I watched Gordita Chronicles. I thought you were amazing on there. I am a huge fan. I heard that this is your first big role, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel that it represented our community and your life?
I still get comments saying the show was awesome. It represented my family so much. Where I used to get bullied, I left that school a while ago. And I really hope those kids who bully me see me now, because look at where that brought me.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Y bienvenidos a todos. I hope you're all having a really great September and staying cool. I'm not sure where you're located, but here in LA, the weather has been so hot. But I'm hanging in there, really looking forward to cooler temperatures, for sure. And you guys, I cannot wait to get into today's conversation because it features someone I'm a really big fan of. You'll recognize her from a recent HBO comedy series about a family that immigrates to Miami from the Dominican Republic in the 1980s. We're going to ask her about everything from how she got started in the industry to what the show meant for our community and where she's headed next. So let's get started. This is Chiquis and Chill. Here with me today is Olivia Goncalves. She's a 13-year-old actor and star of the HBO comedy series Gordita Chronicles. It's really a show about the American dream, immigrating to the United States in search for a better life. And it's all told from the perspective of Cucu, which is played by Olivia. Oh my goodness, Olivia, I'm so happy that you're here. How are you? Where are you right now? Where are you located?
I'm good. I'm located in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. Okay. Have you lived there all your life?
Yes.
Do you love it? You love it? Would you like to live anywhere else?
Yes, I would like to live in Florida. I feel like it's perfect because you can get everything out there that you usually can't get in Boston, summer, all year. But the one thing I don't like about it is the flooding and the over excessive raining.
What part of Florida?
West Palm.
Oh, she knows exactly where. Okay. I love it. Okay. Do you have siblings?
I have two. They're both older, so I'm the baby.
Oh, you're the baby. I love it. Okay. How old are your siblings?
My sister, she's the oldest. She's 18. And my brother, he's the middle. And he's 14.
She made a face. The middle children are always a little bit are they troublemakers, do you think? Or
yes.
Yeah. I feel you, girl. So I want to know a little bit about you. Okay, so I watched Gordita Chronicles. I thought you were amazing on there. Mm-hmm. I am a huge fan. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I want to know about you, for instance, how old were you when you said, okay, I want to be an actress?
11, but
okay.
I didn't know I wanted to be an actress until I was given the opportunity. But when I was younger, around the ages of 4 and 5, when I started watching TV as a living, I would be what is it like to be famous? I've always wondered what it was like. And ever since then, I had an image in my mind of me going on the red carpet and so much paparazzi. And I'm no pictures, please.
So you visualized it. You visualized yourself there. And then it happened because, correct me if I'm wrong, I heard that this is your first big role, right?
Yes.
In Gordita Chronicles. My goodness.
It's my first role ever with no acting experience. So I was kind of shocked how I got it. But it was a really fun experience.
No freaking way. While I was watching you, I could have swore she's been acting since she was 5 years old. You know what I mean? Because you were just so good. And this is amazing. How did you do it? Did you just say, okay, I'm going to go try it out? Tell me a little bit about it. I'm very curious because I've always wanted to kind of, get into the acting space. And the fact that the show is on HBO, I mean, hello, that's pretty cool. You should be proud of yourself.
It is pretty cool. And I'm very proud of myself. And thank you for watching it. The story, just a little warning, it's a crazy story. So there's going to be, from one person, I got connected from that person's person that they knew a person. And the crazy thing is, this was all based off luck because I stayed at my aunt's house. She had just had her baby during quarantine and I was helping her out. And her boyfriend's cousin, who is now known as my manager, was staying there for a while because he was writing something. And since I was helping her around, I was like making breakfast and everything. And when I went to go give him his breakfast, I guess I gave some attitude or sass.
Uh-huh.
And I guess he fell in love with it. And when he called my aunt's boyfriend, I was like, I really am having trouble looking for somebody who would fit this role because I just got offered to help someone to find it. Do you think you could help me? And he was like, I got you. So, my aunt's boyfriend called my mom and was like, my cousin just said this, and that, and I think your daughter would be perfect for it. I gave him your number. He's going to call you any minute now. So he called my mom like 5 seconds later and was like, what up? I'm Ulysses Terrero, and let's get this thing rolling. So I practiced the role for like a week, and my other aunt, there's too many people.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting confused myself, and I was there. Okay. So my aunt was there, and she was like, you get one word wrong, we're restarting. We're restarting over and over until you get it perfectly. So we did that. And the day comes when they called me back and we did the audition in person. I was super nervous because I fell in love with the role. I was like, but what if I don't get it? Because like I've never acted in my life before. And I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect them to call me back even. I thought they were just going to watch and be like, yeah, no, she's out. Whack. But turns out they fell in love and they picked me, which I felt like I was dreaming, and I felt like I almost died. Like, I felt like I died in the moment because I was just like,
oh my goodness. That's so awesome. What a beautiful story though. Like it was just meant to be. I think you did fabulous. You definitely fooled me. I thought you were like seriously acting since you were like 2 years old. So you did amazing. You did amazing. How do you feel like knowing that you got this as your first role ever? How does that make you feel?
Well, now it makes me feel a little nervous, but a little bit the same, and excited. I forgot excited because I don't know if you saw, but I was on The View, and literally moments after that, we were walking on the street. I think we were going to get some food, and like a family recognized me, and I was like, so that's the excited part. I'm nervous because I watch a lot of videos about paparazzi, and it looks like a lot of famous people that many people know, they just get so overwhelmed. So that's the nervous part in me. But the normal stuff is kind of like, since I'm the baby of the family, I usually get a lot of attention. So I'm kind of used to the attention.
Yeah.
But I'm not like an attention seeker. I was when I was a child, looking back at the videos now. But yeah, it's a lot to process, but more on the excited, nervous, and normal side.
Okay. Well, the good thing is that you have a new friend. Her name is Chiquis. Hi. And I will help you through all of it because I grew up right next to my mom when the paparazzis were there, when she went from, you know, just being a mom, a single mom, and then she started singing, and then I'm doing my thing. So it's like I have a lot of experience in there. So I will give you as much advice as I possibly can because you got it. And I mean like that stardom, like I could, as I'm speaking to you, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You're so witty. You're so smart. I know you're going to go big places, big places.
Thank you.
Earlier, you said that you had read the script. So tell me what attracted you to Cucu or to this particular script.
What attracted me was that we were literally the same. How confident she was, how courageous she was. And me, it's like my mom always says, it's a good thing, but it's also a curse at times, where we're not afraid to say what we want to say, and that's her.
So you feel like it wasn't going to be hard because you guys are so much alike. You and Cucu are just so much alike.
Yeah. I say this in all my interviews, and I'm forever going to say it. It literally did not feel like I was working at all. It felt like I was living my life just scripted, if I'm being completely honest.
That's awesome. Wow. But you did have to audition, right? Like turn in a video or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. How was that? Did someone help you?
Yes. My mom and my other aunt, not my aunt who has the boyfriend who has the cousin.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Your other aunt.
Yes. I
Okay,
have too
nice.
many. And that aunt, she would always help me with my makeup. She would help recording. So would my mom, and both of my siblings helped reading the lines with me and recording while reading the lines.
Oh, I love that. It was a family affair. Everyone supported you. That must make you feel really good.
Yeah. And what I also love about this is that a lot of families, they don't really support their children. And like some actors, they don't have parents who would support them because they're like, oh, this is going to end up one way or another, and I feel like it's going to end the wrong way. But my family is on the right side, and they're very supportive with me and my choices. So that's what I love about this, because I get to express myself in all these movies and TV shows, and hopefully some ads or commercials, and they're right beside me supporting me.
I love that. That's a blessing. Thank goodness, because they believe in your dreams, and that's, I think, the first thing, you know? So that's great. Tell me, are there any, like, I don't know, the good parts and maybe some bad parts of the script that resonated with you?
The good parts is everything.
That we just talked about? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the bad parts is like the bullying, because growing up I'd go through that, like kids calling me chubby, like, oh, you're too big for your age.
I've gotten that too, Mama.
Why am I already crying?
It's okay. No, I understand. I got that my whole life. So, you know what's in though? Us. We're in.
Yes.
Curvy women.
Yes. One of my favorite celebrities right now is Lizzo with her Yeti company.
Yeah.
I'm like waiting for one of the things to go back in stock because I love it and I want to get one of her clothing items. And when I get it, I'm going to do a TikTok and add her.
Yes.
Hopefully she sees it.
I know. She better. I'll help you share it. Yeah, I love Lizzo. I love Lizzo because she's just unapologetic. Like, she is all about, this is me. I love myself. And if you don't love me, it's fine because I love myself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a great role model to have. I think she's amazing. And I think you're beautiful. And I hope you really know
Thank
that.
you.
And I'm not just saying it. I'm being honest. I saw you.
Thank
I
you
love
so
your
much.
hair. I love your personality. So.
Okay. Before we continue, we need to be best friends.
Yes, right? I agree.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I was already feeling that with Cucu, but now that I feel like I'm talking to Olivia now, I'm just like, she's awesome. You know, like, you're such a sweet girl. That's why I was like, I want to talk to you about it, because the good thing is you have your parents that are going to keep you, like, you know, your head in the right place. I know you have a good head on your shoulders, but you know what I mean? Like, because, hey, fame is beautiful, but it also has things like you just said, you know, so it's good that you're aware of all those things. Okay, so you dealt with bullying yourself, like in school, you said, right?
Yeah. I don't get bullied much because where I used to get bullied, I left that school a while ago. And now none of the kids would even say that because of like the stuff that I do, the work that I do, and like because I'm in a show and because I know famous people, they're like, oh wow, that's so cool. She has a show about herself and her lifestyle. And I really hope those kids who bully me see me now, because look at where that brought me.
Snap, snap, snap. That's what I tell them too, girl. That's the thing. Like, I'm actually, haven't told anyone this, but I'll tell you because I like you. I'm writing a book on bullying for kids. Hopefully it'll be out in a couple years, I'm hoping. So I want a children's book, you know, and maybe you can come with me. I don't know. We could do a little tour. You can help me read the book. But it's because it's something that I dealt with since I was very little. You know, if it wasn't about the clothes, I wasn't wearing cool clothes. I didn't have the cool shoes. I was always like thicker than all the rest of the girls. So it's like, it really did affect me in the earlier years of my life. And I think that we need to talk about that a little bit more, you know, and like you said, show them it's okay. You were mean to me and I'm not going to be mean back. I'm just going to show you the best revenge is success. So you did it, girl. Now, tell me a little bit about Gloria Estefan.
I did meet her on her movie premiere for Father of the Bride. She is a sweetheart. I love her. And I met Andy Garcia. And it's true, he is very serious, but he's also very hilarious. That's something I've never seen in a person, them being very serious and then hilarious at the same time. I'm like, That's kind of creepy, but cool at the same time. I also met Isabela Merced. I love her. I used to watch her in almost every show she was in, and I loved every single one. Every movie. I loved the Dora one. That was my favorite one over everything. And I didn't get to really meet the other cast because the interviewing was before this screening, so I couldn't meet all of them at once, but it was an awesome movie. I loved it.
Oh, that's so cool. What about working with Eva Longoria and Zoe Saldana? How was that?
It was fun. Have you ever heard that saying of never meet your idols because they're never going to be what you expect?
Yes, I have.
That was totally wrong for those two
Yeah?
awesome women. They are amazing and sweet. I love them so much.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm a huge fan of both. They seem really sweet. I've met Eva, I think, briefly, but Zoe's one that I'm like, oh my God, I want to meet her so bad.
She's super nice. If you meet her, you'll have like the best time of your life. And it's so sad because the show is canceled and now we can't work together on it anymore.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I was disappointed. In that. Where were you when you found out? Because it was what? Okay, the season was 10 episodes, correct?
Yes.
You were done with filming, right? By the time it was airing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So how did you find out that the show was canceled?
So we were just all here sitting at home, and Claudia and Bridge called us and were like, we like have some bad news, and me and my mom gave each other the look and were like, oh no. And I was like, what did I do this time? And it wasn't anything I did. That's a first. So I was relieved somehow. I was relieved, but also still scared. I'm like, wait, so what happened if it wasn't me? And they're like, we couldn't find any other platform for the show, so the show's not running anymore.
Oh my gosh. I was very disappointed because I think this was one, if not the first and the best way of representing like our families, the Latinx community, of how we've come to this country, how we've migrated to get, like it's just, I feel like in so many ways I saw my family when I was growing up in the 80s. You know what I mean? So it's just, I'm like, what the heck? But it's okay. I have faith. It was so good and you did so amazing. Everyone did actually, that it will find another place or something like it that you could be a part of, because I think you did wonderful. How do you think, with being on Gordita Chronicles, like, how did you feel that it represented, I want to hear from you, our community and your life?
I still get comments today saying like, oh my God, this show was awesome. It represented my family so much, and I'm super duper sad that it got canceled because like it's a story that everybody should know, and I feel like that is literally what it's supposed to do. And it's just so disappointing, unfortunate that the show got canceled because it's describing so many people's lives that have moved here, people who are immigrants, people who can't speak English and are like getting called so many names because they don't know one language and they only know the language where they come from. I feel like that's not fair at all. Like, people shouldn't get treated because they can't speak one language. Like, come on, people speak one language all the time and it's okay now. What was the difference then?
I think you're so, I love, you know what, you're so young, and I feel like have you ever heard of the term old soul?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like you're definitely an old soul. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like we can definitely hang out. You could teach me a thing or two.
No, it's just my family loves to keep me prepared for the world because there's so many wrong things that could happen and they don't want that to happen. But if Gordita does not go back on any platform,
Oh, she has are those the episodes there?
Yeah, they sent me all 10 episodes.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
In CD form, so... And there's PlayStations, Xboxes, and you could just, and the old MacBooks, and you can just watch it. So that's why I love the 80s because they had these. No, the
Yes.
80s, did they have these?
The 90s, right? It was 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That's why I love time before now, because
Yeah.
it had stuff like this.
You and I are alike. I used to love cassettes and CDs and everything. It just made it so much funner.
I want a cassette thing. I don't know what they're called, but you put the cassette in it. A Walkman.
Oh, the Walkman. Yeah. They had a CD one and a cassette.
So bad.
Yeah, we're going to have to look on Amazon. I'm sure they're there.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
I'm curious because when I was younger, I felt like when they called me like Gordita or anything like that, I felt like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I felt kind of sad. And then when I saw the name Gordita Chronicles, I'm like, how awesome that a word that can be used as an insult is being like showcased in this way. You know what I mean? Like, how did you feel when you first read the name of the show?
I was like, because that can mean two different things. Because when I was younger, my family would call me that a lot because it's a term of endearment, but it can also be an insult from other people who are trying to make it an insult.
Right.
So I was like confused, like, is that insulting or endearing?
I think anything with the ITA, you know, chiquita, gordita, it's a little bit, it's cuter. You know what I mean? It makes me feel a little bit better versus it just being like, you know.
Yeah, like chiquita, flaquita, gordita.
Yeah, but I think it's awesome that it was turned into something good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I personally loved it. Do you have like a fond memory from the show, something that you're never going to forget, like either behind the scenes or something that Cucu did?
Something I'll never forget is obviously the amazing cast. I love everybody. Everybody was super sweet, and they made mine and probably many others' first experience awesome. I know they made mine awesome. I know about them, but they made mine awesome.
Do you guys still keep in contact?
Yes, I talked to some of the cast members, but we make sure we talk at least once every month. We text through Instagram, we FaceTime, we do phone calls, iMessage games.
That's awesome. That's great. What do you have in your plans? What are you working on now?
Yes, I'm really excited. I got an audition, and I really feel like this is the next one. So I'm really excited about that. I don't think I can say anything about it, even though I want to so bad. I know
don't say it. It's better if you don't until you get it for sure.
Yes. But I really hope this one's the one. And if it's not, I'm really pushing towards voiceovers. I really wanted to do a voiceover or a couple of voiceovers. One would be perfectly fine. At least if I do one, that would be a freaking dream come true. I love animated movies. I love voiceover movies. Disney movies, I love them all. My favorite is The Little Mermaid.
I love The Little Mermaid. Oh my God, I love The Little Mermaid.
Ever since I was a baby.
Yes, and I have the dog that she had, the little sheepdog. I have one. I bought one just because of The Little Mermaid. So that's cool. I see it. I definitely see it. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm going to see you in a lot more things to come. And I'm not just saying it to be nice. But I do have I actually meant to ask you this earlier. But as far as like learning the script, and was that hard? Do you have good memory?
Yeah, I do. I remember things from when I was 3, but many people don't. And I have like a trick that I do to learn my lines. First, I read it, write it down, and then I read it over and over. I read it with my siblings or my mom. And even if I get it wrong, I struggle to find the word. And then I just do it over again. I do the whole process again. Sometimes before I used to write over the words and rewrite it, but then I kept messing up, so I just read it a lot.
Okay. I think that's a really good point there, because that's how I feel like I'm going to do that even with my songs. Sometimes I have trouble memorizing them because I'm more of I have a photogenic memory. Like I need to see it, you know what I mean? So it's like writing it down. That's a good one. Do you have any other advice for aspiring actors and actresses like myself? You know, what advice do you have for us?
So if you have many auditions, or if you don't, and if you don't get one, don't be upset. Keep trying again. Never give up. And do something that'll help you remember and always be yourself.
Olivia, you're such a sweetheart.
Thank
You
you.
so much. Honestly, like, I love Cucu. She's awesome. But I really love Olivia. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. You are a very smart young lady, and I am
Thank
so
you.
honored and so happy that you came on the podcast. Thank you so much. You are definitely an inspiration to young people out there that,
Thank
you
you.
know, are Latinas like us, and they want to be actors and actresses and don't know how. And the fact that it just happened to you the way it did, but still you worked at it. So thank you so much. And you want to share your socials, your Instagram?
Yeah. My Instagram is Olivia Goncalves _ I also have a TikTok. It's all lowercase. It's ytb.live. I made up the name. It wasn't like it says you're trying to be live.
Uh-huh.
That's the meaning. But it's not like you want to be me. It's more of a inspirational note. Like if I have any fans out there who like how I act and they're trying to be like me,
Oh, uh-huh.
you know, I think I might change it because some people might take it the wrong way.
You know what? It's okay, but it's good that you explain it and you're like, this is why the name is, you know what I mean? Like, I want to
Yeah.
be of inspiration to you.
Yes.
You know, I get it. So thank you again. I appreciate it very much. And I'm sure that hopefully when you're in California and Los Angeles, hit me up. For real.
Obviously.
Yes. So everyone follow her on her Instagram. And you guys know, before we go, I always share a motivational quote. This is the quote for today, and I think it goes perfect with today's conversation. Be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. That is my quote, you guys. Thank you for listening. Olivia, thank you so much. You are a sweetheart. I cannot wait to see everything you accomplish. I will be watching. I'm a fan. A todos ustedes, los quiero mucho, and I'll see you on the next Chiquis and Chill. Besitos. Do you need advice on love, relationships, health, y más? I'm so excited to share with you that my Chiquis and Chill podcast will have an extra episode drop each week. I'll be answering all your questions. Just leave me a voice message con todas tus preguntas y yo te las voy a contestar personalmente. All you have to do is go to speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast and record your questions. I can't wait to hear from you. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.